Good morning, Sagittarius, or good afternoon, or good evening, or whatever the heck time it is. So, anyway, it's morning here right now. This reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is a general reading for July. We're going to take a look at current situation, past and present influences, negative and positive, what we don't see, challenge, what to watch for, future influence, outcome, and advice. We're using Runik Tarot today, Sagittarius. And I do personal readings. The link to my website's below if you so choose. Let's just take a second. And what do our Sagittarians need to know today? What do they need to know? Okay, let's do this, Sagittarius. This is for July. What's happening in July? What will be the situation that we're going to read about is Three of Pentacles, past influence, the Moon, present influence, Judgment. Okay, negative, Chariot, positive. There's a lot of majors here. I've just pulled 4 with 5 cards. Positive is Empress. What we don't see. Queen of Pentacles. That's kind of the Empress energy as well, I believe. Challenge. 9 of Pentacles. There is some definite stuff going on here that's a lot alike. When I got the Empress, 9 of Pentacles, and Queen of Pentacles, to me those are quite similar cards. What to watch for is 9 of Wands. Future influence. King of Pentacles. Wow. Outcome I'll keep to myself. This is interesting. Advice, please. 7 of Wands. Okay, 10 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like this situation with the 3 of Pentacles is about, I think it's about whatever this is, whether it could be love, it could be work, it could be projects, it could be anything, just fixing, like healing, because 3 of Pentacles is about, well, it is about normally about working with something, working on something with somebody, at least one other person normally. He is working by himself in this deck, so I don't stay on the collaborating side of the 3 of Pentacles with this because he's single in this deck, but he is working very hard. But he already has this skill mastered. So I feel like there is a sense of, I almost get the feeling that this is about, I do get the feeling that this is about wanting help, like reaching out and asking for help. And it's not because you can't do it. It's because you need to brainstorm. You need a hug. If it's relationship, that's why I went there. But it's something like you need something that you can't give to yourself. And not because you're not an expert or not because you're not good at it. It's just that, right? Sometimes we have, like at work, we have, different personalities and different strengths to help us get to a common goal. And that's what's really important here. And the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck says this is something that you strive for and you've been working really hard at. The past influence is the Moon, and this I totally get that the struggle in the past was about not understanding something. There was something that you just totally didn't understand. And because you didn't understand it, it wasn't quite the way you saw it. So by this 3 of Pentacles being the situation is also having that person or thought or belief come to, this is what this is really about. The cool thing is your Sun is in your present influence. So there is some joy happening here. And I feel like it came from this Moon card. So I feel like something has suddenly become known to you. And that is why that 3 of Pentacles is there, because I feel like now you're able to work among other people. And I do feel like you've wanted that. The Chariot is your negative influence. uh, we may get back to the sun, but overall your feeling is joy and happiness. And I do feel like it's because the you've been been revealed to you, or you understand something better now. And that's because you've been working with somebody. So the chariot energy in the negative, I think things might be moving very fast. So if it's work, there's a job offer, you have to make a decision. If it's love, it's coming in really quickly, or a change is coming in quickly, a commitment, that kind of thing. But I do feel like there is the energy of kind of a little overwhelming, and that's the negative side. It's not a bad thing, it just feels like a little bit like you want to pull in the reins a little bit, that because the chariot doesn't have reins, and so you feel a little bit out of control, and that may be hard. Really. So your positive influence is the Empress, which I do feel like overall there is some. The challenge is Nine of Pentacles. What you don't see is Queen of Pentacles. You have Empress here. And your future influence is the King of Pentacles. So there is something very much about nurturing something here. But I do feel like this is your energy. And it's male or female, it doesn't really matter. And but I feel like there's a lot of energy into this situation, and there's a lot of nurturing going on. So because you didn't understand it and now you do more so, you are able now to make this better. You are able now to nurture this situation more, put the energy in, bring it back to life, so to speak, or bring it to life. What you don't see is the Queen of Pentacles, and I do feel like, so there's the Queen and King of Pentacles here with the future influence bringing the King. What you don't see is the Queen. I almost feel like that's the same energy, because what you don't see is going to be revealed in the future, and that's going to be your future influence. I do. That's the way I see it. I do feel like that energy is about. I don't know if it's someone as much as it is you being in a position that you feel stable. I do feel like this is more related to work than love, if anything, only because there's a lot of stability here. We have the Nine of Pentacles, and it could be about love, because the Nine of Pentacles is our challenge, and that means, maybe, what? This could totally be a move, and the challenge is you will have to be alone and independent. I don't think it's a divorce or anything like that, like a move for your job or something. Or maybe it's just moving positions because something has come clear and you'll be doing something different with a different group. And that is a little bit of a challenge because you're used to being solid, not so much working in a group as much as your expertise has been kind of left alone to you. And so now working in a group is going to be a challenge. But I also feel like that could be that you're going to be in a position where you kind of feel like alone a little bit as well. It's weird. So it's one or the other, but I think it depends on you. If this is a move, like a physical move or a move of departments or a move of a job, then I feel like the challenge is more about feeling kind of alone. But the Nine of Pentacles keep in mind is very successful too. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just you'll feel kind of independent. But it's a challenge because you want to feel more like a group. But I feel like if this is more relationship, it's that you're going to lose your independence. So follow. Okay. So what you don't see though is the Queen of Pentacles, and I do feel like this is, in the long run, there is a lot of stability coming in right now. So whatever the situation is, especially if it's work, whatever is happening is going to bring stability into your life. It's going to make you feel like you're capable and like you can afford what you need to afford, get what you need to get, or at least feel really comfortable in your job or situation. Whatever the situation is, you are going to feel in charge of it and like you have control of it, and that's really important. And the Nine of Wands, what to watch for is I feel like there's still a little bit of struggle here. I don't feel like it's a lot of struggle right now because you do have the sun in the current energies. But this is knowing that you can do whatever needs to be done. You're almost there, right? Watch for that sign of, I feel like the Ten of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So there is a feeling, right, of hard work and all of that. So this is a reminder that things are going to turn out the way they need to turn out. You just got to keep moving forward and watch for that. Don't hold back. Basically, in the position of what to watch for, you don't want to hold back. You want to keep moving and keep going on and keep on that path to where you're headed, because it's a good path. It really is. And the outcome is the King of Cups. So for those of you who are looking for a relationship, this could be male or female, but what's going to happen is that you will have that. But I do feel like overall, you are going to feel like in a position of, I don't feel like this is somebody. I get more of the feeling like you are going to be feeling very much like you are doing what you need to do, what's important to your heart. I feel like you will have control of the situation by then. And that's the outcome, is that you will have that control. You will also, you'll feel like this is something that you really enjoy, and you be able to, kind of, you're going to be more in charge of this, right? And then the Seven of Wands in our advice. So there's two things here. For some of you, it may be don't let yourself get backed into a corner. And for some others, it's be sure to take the higher ground, stand up for yourself. And I think that's more of the advice. I think it could be on the latter for some people, like, don't let people box you in. But at the same time, if you take the higher ground and you really stand up for yourself, you're going to get all of those things that you need. As long as you're honest with people and yourself, then taking that higher ground and sticking to your guns is exactly where you need to be. So, and this will just help you through all of this when we look at the advice cards. So there you have it, Sagittarius. This is really, I think it's a really good, positive reading. I think that July is going to be really good for you. I feel like you're moving into a situation where you are going to feel in more control. The negative side is it's happening really fast. And you may feel like you may feel like you're doing things alone and it's hard. And that's the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. Right now it's just hard. But you won't feel that way for long. With the King of Pentacles in your future influence and the King of Cups in your outcome, you are going to feel in control of things. So there you have it. Hey, please hit the like button. I appreciate all of the likes, all of the comments. They really help. And they help me to, connect with the people that are watching. So take care. Have a beautiful day.